What is good, YouTube? It is me. It's the Masked Man. Now, this is kind of old news. This is kind of old, but I'm kind of stretching my legs when it comes to getting back in the habit of doing YouTube videos and making statements. And this was something that was on my desk that I wanted to address and I wanted to cover. Now, a while ago, Katt Williams came out with a stand-up special called WW3. And, it did what it did. And, it kind of went away. But, the thing about it is, the special that Katt did called WW3, it wasn't received very well. People were not raving about it. People did not love it. People did not think it was very good. People did not think it was, that fire. But what I found interesting about the situation of his special not being very good is before the special had ever come out, before the special was ever released, he went on a bit of a press tour. He went on a bit of a, he made a few appearances. And the gist of the appearances, he was talking about cancel culture and how cancel culture, wasn't really a big deal, and how if you are a skilled comedian, if you are a skilled entertainer, like I'm paraphrasing, if you are a skilled comedian, if you are a skilled entertainer, if you are a skilled communicator, then you can operate within the bounds of cancel culture. You can make, basically what he was saying is that you can adjust how you speak. You can adjust, how you frame things and what you talk about to be acceptable to the cancel culture and still, excel at a high level and still, be really funny and still, be really entertaining without without offending, modern sensibilities, without offending modern audiences, without drawing the ire of the outrage mob. It's funny that was his position on cancel culture, and he put out a special on Netflix that essentially people thought was a shitty special. Essentially, people thought he made a shitty special, which, is not unheard of. It's not unheard of to put out lackluster work. A lot of people who call themselves comedians or whatever, they don't even put out bodies of work like that. They don't really have anything that you as a fan who is not in a position to see them live, they don't really have anything that you can go to and purchase or view to get a sampling or to get an idea of what they really do. A lot of comedians, are pretty much just live performers. Faison Love is a nigga that talk big shit about who's this and who's that about a variety of issues, but I don't think I can't recall ever seeing a Faison Love comedy set. It's like, yeah, like, nigga, I know you do this, but, where's the work? Where's the body of work? I can't actually point to classic Faison Love comedy specials, Faison Love, comedy routines. It's like, he may be funniest nigga on the planet, but there's no actual proof. There's nothing you can actually point to and look at and examine and dissect. So it's not unheard of for somebody who actually puts together, material and performs and packages it and puts it out. It's not unheard of for them to have a dud here or there, for them to have, a weak project here or there. That's not unheard of. That's not, beyond, what somebody, would do, even if they, are, highly skilled at whatever it is they do. It's just, it's just kind of fucking funny that the guy who made it a point to say that you can be funny, who basically said you can be funny without stepping on anybody's toes, made a comedy special without stepping on anybody's toes, and people generally didn't find it funny. That's funny. That's funny. It's like, when it comes to comedy, when it comes to entertainment, when it comes to, popular culture, it is vitally important to have people who stand up for a standard, who stand up for a standard. And when I say a standard, I don't mean a standard of acceptability. I mean stand up for a standard of talent, who stand up for a standard of ability, who stand up for a standard of artistic excellence. And it's hard to be artistically excellent. It's hard to be artistically forward moving and skilled if there is an excessive amount of parameters put on you about what you can say and how you can say it and the way you say it and the words you can use. And if there's an excessive amount of parameters and barriers and constrictions to how you can express yourself as an artist, then ultimately that is going to degrade and corrode and deteriorate the quality and the standard of the art. And Katt Williams not standing firm and not standing hard in opposition to that idea, to that to that part of popular culture, is regrettable and disappointing. But Katt Williams is kind of one of those niggas who will say any particular thing on any given day. He'll say any given thing on any given day. It's just like that. I mean, he has a certain level of intellect. There's a mind in there. He has intelligence in his head, but he also has, pathological, liar, magical thinker type shit going on too. There's a whole lot going on with Katt Williams, and I'm not saying that the guy has ever, been on, any substances or that he's, deficient, psychologically. I just think he's a nigga that be on some bullshit, and he's, he just sort of does, what he wants to do, and he kind of has the composition and the structure of mind that he has, and it's not particularly, based in objective reality. But yeah, that's the thing. Katt Williams' special World War III wasn't very good after the fact that he says that you can be good without crossing any lines, without stepping on anybody's toes, without making anybody mad. And he tried to do that, and he didn't fucking do it. So that's kind of a centerpiece that a guy that was beloved, that a guy who essentially has a cult following, even he couldn't really get his base to really fuck with that project like they did, like they fucked with previous projects. Even though he said that was something that was so easy to do. So it's kind of like a centerpiece of, look, this is an example of what happens when somebody tries to perform and excel with an excessive amount of conditions and barriers and parameters put around them. This is the finished product that you get. This is the end result you get something that appeals to and satisfies nobody. It doesn't offend anybody. It doesn't make anybody mad, but it also doesn't appeal to or speak for anybody in particular. It's just there. It's just content. It's just something that got made. But it doesn't move art forward. It doesn't move things forward. It just sort of happened. It was just something that got done, but it wasn't something that was really good. So that's all I gotta say. I've been waiting to say this for a while, but I was, I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do, in real life. Get myself together. So that is what it is. But I wanted to talk about that situation. I wanted to talk about Katt Williams and the World War III stand-up comedy special and what it meant and what it means and how it can be seen and how it can be used as an example of things. And that's pretty much how I wanted to address it. So thank you for watching. If you like that video, you know what to do. That's all I got to say about this situation. I'll see you in the next one.